So guys, I hope to God you guys are tuning into this video, because this is going to be a rather hilarious breakdown. And I'm going to keep it very real. We're going to do this video on Men vs. Women 2022. How do we think for the average people is what we're talking about here, because there's always going to be successful relationships, successful marriages, unsuccessful relationships, unsuccessful marriages. Always going to exist. But we're talking about the majority of people that just are kind of, they're in the game. They're in the game. You know? We're talking about majority of people here. Because things have changed drastically. Even since 2019. I feel 2020 was like a big old sex fest for a lot of people. But then things turned bitter somewhere along the line. Maybe partway through 2020. Maybe heading into 2021. The hatred. And do not include me in this, because I'm talking about what's inside the bubble. Because I'm outside that bubble. I'm outside that bubble. I'm not inside the bubble. I ain't playing the damn game. Because I know what the game is. And it's a game you cannot win. That's why I don't play. Because I only play to win. You see? If you're not going to win, why the hell are you playing the game? You stupid. Why are you playing the game? Can somebody tell me? Why are you playing the game? Because that's what everybody likes to do nowadays, is play that game. Hell, there's probably some people that think I'm playing the game. I ain't playing no damn game. I ain't playing no damn game. What you talking about, bro? I ain't playing no damn game. The game is one you cannot win. If you could win the game, I'd probably play. Because I like to win games. But you cannot win in this game. It's the game of dishonesty. These individuals do not know what they want. They do not know who they are. They say what they think they should say. It's all these things is what it is. And that's when you're going to come to realize how messed up it actually is. Because that is what it is. The things I've seen over the years, you know, there are certain females I might have talked to and stuff like that, but I had no intention in playing the game until I recognized, you know what? This bitch is playing a game. See ya. As fast as that. And it's like, then they play another game because they know you're gone. They know you're not playing their game. Now you're gone. So now they're playing another game. And another game. And another game. And another game on top of that. And it's a continuation of a game. Because they just can't be their self. Most people in today's world thinking that actually being yourself is like the most uncoolest thing you can do. That's how messed up this world is. I've had some females tell me personally how messed up this world was when they contradicted their own self. Because they wanted to tell me how messed up society is today, blah blah blah. When at first I was like, hey, cool. She gets it. Until you suddenly realize she's playing the damn game. You didn't realize it right away, but it's like, as days go by, you continue to talk, and then it's like, okay, she really contradicted herself on that one because she's playing the game. You see, they're very stingy. They're afraid. They're afraid to be themselves. They're afraid to put themselves out there in a vulnerable position. They ain't ready. They want to make it look like that, but they're not. Because they want to test you so many times. And they're very interested, but it's like they have to do that. There's something inside them that they have to do that. They have to know. Because the first thing they think is that you're playing a game when you're actually not. So it's a whole messed up thing going on. But anyways, when it comes to men and women today, there's so much, like, just thinking about it, talking about it, it just like disgusts you. There's so much dishonesty going on today, which is why I don't attend. You focus on yourself. You become a 1%er in your field. You become a 1% man. You become a 1% woman. You live your life for you. When a lot of individuals, and I hope this is making sense, it should. If you have any idea what's going on, if you have any experience in dating, the only reason why I know these things is because I have a lot of experience in relationships with women, with dating. So much so to the point where I realized the best option in my very early 20s is to stay single for at least a good amount of time. Focus on yourself. It's just a big game. When you're young, it's just a big game for the most part. Unless you're a professional athlete and you get signed and you sign a contract. Now you're worth millions at like 18, 19 years old. No more game then, because a woman is going to take you serious. A high value woman is going to take you serious. But this, honestly guys, it makes sense when you think about it. But the thing is, you don't want to be playing these games. You don't. It's useless. It's time consuming. When you realize it's a game, back out. Step back. Pull back. And do not let anybody implement a game on you. Because it's a game you're not going to win. It's just not. Anybody who is meant for you should gladly come into your life and really, 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 really want to be there. And I really believe there's a lot of people making mistakes today to the point where they could have had the right person and they really messed it up. And they believe the right person's still going to be there. A part of them is in fear because they could lose them, but a part of them is like, you know what? I'm just going to keep playing this game. If this person was meant for me, they'd be with me anyways, but yet you had your shot. You had an opportunity. And you decided to play around. And you know what? Sometimes these individuals do this is because they probably tried with a bunch of people, with a bunch of different people before, and it didn't work. And that was a game. So now they think everything is a game. That's why everything is messed up, because a lot of people think everything is a game. Which is why the only thing you can do is play the game to win, which is focusing on yourself. Forget about men versus women 2022. Forget about this heated exchange between men and women that's going on today. I don't give a damn about that. It's all a game. When you focus on yourself, when you get the W, there's no more games. You are winning the game of your life. You're going to attract things effortlessly. Whatever comes, comes. Whatever leaves, leaves. Good. Good. Friends, relationships, family. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a flying fuck what you cannot control? Win the game of your life. If that's not alpha, I don't know what's alpha. I can't tell you. But that's what you should be doing. Man or woman, to be completely honest. If you're a woman and you feel, oh my God, this guy and this guy and this guy is playing games with me, I don't know what to believe, I don't know what to do, and you know they're being dishonest, pull back. Focus on yourself. Be an actual queen. Don't pose to be a queen, but be an actual queen. Because there's a lot of delusional women today that just think they're queens because they're a girl and they have a vagina. You're not a queen. You're in denial that your life actually sucks. You're not a bad bitch. You're more so a thought. Most likely. And you play games. So, that is the truth. There's a lot of things that goes into it. To actually become a king or a queen of your own life, man or woman. There's a lot that goes into it. You can't just start taking the right actions in life for half a year or a year and think you're a queen or a king. You can start to carry yourself in that mannerism of a king or a queen, but don't think you got it made yet there, Byard. You got a long ways to go. And if you are the one that put in work half a decade, a full decade, you've been on your path and purpose. You know how much goes into it. So when you see somebody else that might have been putting in work for a year, and they're just head over heels, they think they got it made, they think this, they think that. And you can see their mentality. You can tell they didn't even hit adversity yet. That first year in the grind, you make a lot of progress, you make a lot of noise, you get some attention, you do some things like this, you build your physique, you build your body in the gym, you're on cloud 9. That's the first phase, and that's like the easiest part. What's hard is continuing going after that and setting new goals, and then you have all these breakthroughs, you have all these challenges and tribulations and the ups and the downs. That's where it really starts. There's a lot of young individuals that think, you know, the way they think is, it's just, I know how they think because I was there before. But I knew I had a long ways to go. These people act like they already won. And I can tell they're not mentally tough at all. Like, they're really going to see what it's like. Very, very few will actually pull through. Very, very few. It takes so much of yourself to continue. Like, it's something to stay dedicated for a year. It's a whole other ballgame to stay dedicated for 7, 8, 9, 10 years in a row, and so on and so forth for the rest of your life. It's a completely different thing. Anybody can stay motivated for a short period of time. But can you do it year after year after year after year after year? And on top of that, you're setting all these new goals. You're going down different paths, trying new things. You're spending money and investing money here and there and over there, and you're losing money. You might be gaining money, but you're losing money. You're trying. You're having setbacks, and you're still pushing forward. It's things like this that a lot of people do not understand. But you will understand it if you keep going. If you keep going, if you keep going, you'll get it. You will eventually understand what it's like. But anyways, back to this again. Men and women, 2022. The way these individuals think, they're bitter towards each other. And you can't be this way. You got to pull back and not be a part of it. Because it's like, They both want each other in like a stingy way. Instead of focusing on, I don't understand why it's so hard for people to just pull back, to focus on yourself. It's all these apps today that's making everybody the way they are, to be honest. Like Snapchat, Instagram DMs, all these apps. Because they had like, people are on demand. People are connected to each other like 24/7. It's like you cannot step back. Because you're always in it. You're consumed in it. 24/7. You have everybody's name at full access 24/7 as long as you're awake. That is sickening. I can't stand that. How can you be a private person? How can you focus on yourself whenever these things are at your fingertips? Delete Snapchat. Delete these useless things. Delete them. I myself have Snapchat, but my Snap score is so very low. I haven't even been on it since the new year. Like, I have very, very, very few friends in it. I have a lot of friends on Instagram, very, very few on Snapchat. And I'll usually answer somebody if they talk to me on there. Like, I'll just reply, and not right away, just whenever I see it. Like, I'll go a whole day, and I'll see it, and I'll reply, and I'll continue on. I'm not consumed in it. It doesn't consume me. I consume it. I do what I want. I go on it and reply when I want. You know what I mean? There's a huge difference for waking up every day, having all your friends, having all these girls, and you're just consumed in it, playing the game. You're attached 24/7 to somebody else that really means nothing to you. It's ruining relationships, it's ruining connections, it's ruining a lot of things. And I think it's why the world is going the way it is today. Because a lot of people's getting screwed over because of these apps, for how much access one another has. It's ruining a lot of things. That's why you don't play the game. You can't win. It's like a free-for-all. Everyone's engaged with everybody 24/7. It's a whole shit show. Nobody can just be alone nowadays and work and do their own thing and actually do something to become successful. Instead, they're doing unsuccessful things, being unsuccessful people. Unsuccess, unsuccess, unsuccess. It's going to catch up to them. They're going to live a horrid life. It's going to be horrible. Because it's all going to catch up to them and hit them like a ton of bricks. There's so many things that these individuals are not doing that they should be doing. We shouldn't have access to this many people. It is not natural. It's not natural. And it's a big thing that's going on today. And I think it's why there's a lot of tension being created with man and woman. I really believe it. Because if it wasn't for that, things would be much more natural. You'd be much more happier to see people in person. You have the opportunity to actually miss somebody, to actually enjoy somebody. Let alone you having access to somebody 24/7. You can't be alone. You're never gonna enjoy. You're never gonna think anyone is special because there's just access there 24/7. It ruins everything. Do you think animals in the African jungle forest have access to each other 24/7? They're with their pack of family. Some of them ride alone. They don't have those things. They do things a natural way. And they're much sharper. They're much better. They're much stronger. They're much faster. They're much more alpha. They're much more everything than humans. There's a reason for it. You get what I'm saying? It's just a very unnatural way that we're living in today. It created more codependency. It created more insecurities. It created more... What's the word I want to put on that? It's just created more like ungratefulness for each other. for everything. And not just ungratefulness towards each other, ungratefulness towards your damn self as well. Towards yourself. You don't appreciate yourself as much as you could because you're not working as hard as you should be. Instead, you're trying to solve somebody else's mind to figure out if they're playing a damn game or not. You stupid fucking idiot. Focus on yourself. Is your snap score higher than your bank account, you clown? You know what? If you're under the age of 19, 20, and your snap score is higher than your bank account, you have a pass. If you're over the age of 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, if you're over the age of like 21 and 22, and your snap score is higher than your bank account, you have a long way to go, brother. A long way to go. You're not doing it right. You're going to find out real quick. You want to be broke for the rest of your life? You want to be playing these games for the rest of your life? Get your shit together now. Recognize what is what. Even before Snapchat and these things were coming in. When I was in high school, when I was 17, 18 years old, coming on to the end of my last year, I was looking at everybody else thinking, you guys are all pansies. Like, you guys are all faker than fuck. Like everyone is. Just the way yous are acting, the way yous are being. You do what you think is cool. You do what you think you should be doing in order to attract her or get this friend or do this or do that, or whatever you think you should be doing is what you're doing instead of being yourself. And everybody nowadays think it got completely out of hand. Everybody nowadays is so in denial, so butthurt deep down inside. You tell somebody the truth, man, somebody like this, like I'm explaining, they turn the other way and they just run. I've seen it happen. I've called people out and they scurried away. They cannot handle that. They cannot handle that because they're not built like that. They're not made like that. They haven't done the work. The only work they have done was study one another, trying to figure out the game, trying to succeed in the game of men and women of today's day and age. Oh, did you get any pussy this weekend, bro? Did you get any pussy this weekend, bro? It's all this shit. You're not focused. Focus on your damn self. But now you're focused on her. Or hey girl, you're focused on him. If you're gonna focus on another human being, make sure they have value. Make sure they're a valuable person in your life. Make sure they're actually your girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, an actual friend that actually got your back, not an acquaintance, not a turn-up buddy, or a parent that actually gives a damn about you, or somebody like this. If you're going to focus on anybody, or build a new connection with somebody that might not be that yet, but they could be potentially. That's what you should be doing. Other than that, you are wasting your fucking time, and you are wasting your fucking life doing dumbass shit, and it's gonna hit you like a ton of bricks, and you're gonna have a lot of regret. A lot of regret. And that's the only way of saying it. So This is my breakdown on Men vs. Women 2022. I think it's absurd. I think the way things are going, it's nuts. I hope and pray an Uno Reverso card can be flipped and people wake up. People stop doing this dumb shit for everybody's sake, because it's going to make everybody else a lot better, a lot more clear-headed, overall better people. The game's got to stop. It's just nonsense. What it is, it's really codependency when you think about it. Because they're not ready for something real, but yet they want to play these games. Out of insecurities. Out of this. Out of that. They ain't ready. They like to do these things when it means nothing. It's because you were never focused on yourself. When are you going to focus on yourself? When are you going to look in the mirror and actually do something productive that's actually going to help you level up in life? Is what I want to know. When are you going to do that? Or are you just going to keep playing these damn games? Wasting not only hours, but hella hours every single day. Like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours a day. Like, so that's how much some people waste of no productivity. Yet you talked to this dumbass all day, and he or she means nothing to you because it's just a game. Can you not see that? Focus on yourself. That's it.